this one. No.
Got it here. Sorry, I can't hear.
Sure.
We all good, guys?
Yep.
Excellent. Okay. So welcome everybody to this eve of match briefing with the team from New Zealand, ahead of tomorrow's New Zealand versus Namibia Pool A match here in Toulouse. Joined on the top table by defence coach Scott McLeod and by two of the starting players, Anton Leonard-Brown and Luke Jacobson. I'm going to go immediately to questions from the floor. Just a reminder, please do wait for the microphone, and if you could say your name and the media organisation that you're representing. First question, please. Over here.
Anton, Ollie here from News Hub. After the enormity, I suppose, of the occasion of that first match, does it feel quite good to be sort of almost away from the bright lights, smaller venue, stuff like that?
Yeah, I guess in a way, obviously, the last Friday was disappointing for us. It's quite annoying. Yeah, so it is good to come here, come to Toulouse, or go back to Lyon, have a good week there in a smaller town, and sort of really put in some good work, and then come to Toulouse yesterday. And obviously the stadium here isn't quite as big as Stade de France, so yeah, I guess in a way it is nice.
Luke, what are the shifts the forward pack have had to make this week?
Yeah, I guess last week there was probably a few areas that would be cleaned up on, and particularly around the breakdown, and a little bit around discipline. There's far too many penalties. Makes it pretty tough to play rugby when you're conceding that many penalties. So, yeah, that's probably number one. Looking forward.
Luke, Elliot from News Talk ZB, they've got Richard Hardwick in their pack tomorrow. He's played a bit for the Melbourne Rebels and Australian franchises. I think you've played him a couple of times. What do you know about him?
Look, to be honest, this week just been focusing on myself mainly. I'm pretty excited about getting a crack in the six jersey, so just been getting excited about what I can bring to the field, and really trying to nail my job, and probably not focusing as heavily on the opposition.
Scott, what's your analysis told you about the way Namibia might attack and how you can contain what they might try to do?
Your first thought for me was 2019. It was 24-9 at half time, and they played really well, and they're really physical and direct, and we expect much of the same. And if you look at the type of people they are and where they've come from, mainly a farming background, we know we're going to expect a really physical battle tomorrow, so we're prepared for that.
Back of the room, please.
Bonjour, Sophie Pointer, journaliste à France Télévisions.
Sophie Pointer, journalist in France Télévisions. New Zealand always finished ahead in their pool on the World Cups generally. Is that your objective for this World Cup this year, to finish ahead on top of your pool? Is that your main objective still? Is that all right for translation?
Is to take it 1 week at a time, to get better over these next 3 games, and at the end of the day, we just need to get ourselves to a quarter final, and then you're into knockout rugby. Obviously, losing to France on Friday makes it hard to finish on top now, but yeah, we've got to focus on getting better the next 3 games, and then obviously we want to be in a quarter final, and anything can happen from there.
Just here, please.
Hi, Martin Unterzinger for Le Monde. You no longer have any room for a loss in this Pool A. Does it bring any pressure that you're not used to at this stage of the competition? And how has the mood been in camp this week?
anybody. Yeah, look, losing is not ideal. It's not what we go out and aim to do. It was an awesome stage last week that we'd be waiting for a while, but unfortunately we didn't quite get things right. But the good thing is it's a tournament. We got more than one shot in the first opening game, and we've got a lot of time to get look at ourselves and get better as well. And look, I don't think it adds extra pressure. I think we know that we need to be winning to win this competition regardless. So I don't think a whole lot changes from now.
Over here, please.
Mark here from Stuff in New Zealand. Anton, one for you. You're a guy that understands and puts a lot of thought into, I guess, kind of the top 2 inches, what we call, mental strength, mental well-being, and that. Just on the back of, I guess, a couple of losses that maybe have dented confidence, how important is that aspect for the All Blacks, that you guys stay mentally strong, kind of refocus, do all the things up top to kind of finish this tournament strong?
Yeah, it's incredibly important. I think, if you're a professional athlete in whatever sport, you should be putting time into your mind, and it's something that the All Blacks have done for a long time, and obviously very lucky to have Gilbert Anoka, who is around and does a lot of that work really, really well. So yes, the last couple of games have been disappointing for us, and we've got to make shifts in our game. We've got to get better, but we've stuck really tight as a group. Every individual has their own methods or way of how they deal with losses and pressure, but then we've also got support groups around us. It could be a good man in the team, and then obviously, as I said, Gilbert Anoka. So yes, we've been vulnerable in that space, and we're committed to, I guess, like I said, like not worrying about the future or what it holds, but about getting better every day, and that's what we can control. I think if you turn up every day and are driven to get better, then those small increments are going to add up to something good. So that's what we're focusing on at the moment.
In the blue, please.
Anton, have you played much with Dave as a combination in the midfield, and how's that been gelling this week?
Yeah, I have. We've played, I'd say at least 5 or 6 games together, and it's good. Davey's a classy midfielder. He's very skillful and his ability to put people into spaces is world class in my opinion. So I look forward to being outside him, and obviously he's got a kicking game as well, so he'll help Damo there. And yeah, I'm looking forward to playing with Davey tomorrow.
Don't see any more questions. Here, sorry, in the front row.
May here on TVNZ. Just your thoughts on the anthem last week and how they are changing that up for this weekend. Did you have an opinion on whether it was good or bad?
I guess I noticed it's a little bit different, but I've heard plenty of different anthems, whether watching or playing for. So I don't know, I guess you went to accept quite a wide range, but no, I'm more than happy. Didn't think too much about it.
I think the hardest thing about it was I was standing next to Lukey, and I could actually hear him singing. So it was the toughest thing.
Do we have any more questions from the floor this afternoon? I see no hands raised. Maybe just then one thing from me to... Oh, here, right at the back. Sorry, I missed you.
Hi, Lisa Hervé, working for Via Occitanie, French local TV. So what is your feeling right now? Like you made 9 changes, for Namibia, since you played against France. What do you need for now? Like you need to gain some assurance to beat Namibia to finish, the first phases. What is your feeling like right now? Like most of all, you need to gain assurance.
Excuse me. The World Cup's about a whole squad, and we've got to give opportunity for people to prove themselves. As it's been recognised, the last two results haven't been the way we wanted them to go, so we're giving people an opportunity to put their hand up, and like I said, we're going to need the whole squad. So it's a test match. It's first and foremost for us, and we'll be focusing on that and executing the play that we want to play and how we want to play. So that's what we're trying to gain from it, really, more than anything.
Yeah, and last question, what do you feel about being here in Toulouse? You know, Toulouse is known as a capital of rugby here in France. So, like, do you feel kind of lucky to be here, to play here, to be in the city?
Yeah, I think just being in France full stop has been awesome. Our spot in Lyon, it's been really welcoming there, Paris as well, and now getting to experience Toulouse as well. Already seen some pretty passionate fans outside the hotel and that, so it's pretty cool to see. I'm really looking forward to seeing what the fans have to bring to game time.
Have I missed any more hands in the room? Is that a hand raised there? No. In that case, guys, I'm going to say thank you very much. We'll conclude here, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow here in Toulouse.
Thank you.
Thank you much.